Okay, so I thought this was a pretty interesting video to share because I'm always doing my nails, but I never find like the stuff to take my nails off with, which makes me want to give up. And I'm like, I don't want to do this. And then like the fact that it damages my nails, they are things that you can do to protect your nails. And as much as we all love how to have like super long nails, it's just I don't think like once I become a mother, I don't think I'm ever gonna wear long nails again, like especially if you're a new mother. And also it's a little dangerous, like depending on what you're doing. If you're like a skateboarder, I'm not a skateboarder. I would love to learn skateboarding. But if I'm always doing so much stuff, but look at this, she's doing acrylic. She is putting acrylic. That is such a great idea. It's so much better than glue and a lot stronger. And it's like it dries so fast and you do not need like a lamp. Guys, we are doing this whole like we bought like this $120 like kit when I was homeless, and like I was like, I'm not about to like waste my time like doing anything. Like literally when I was on the street, I would like buy like getting my disability check definitely helps. Even if I was using at first, I was just getting like, you know, GR, but like GR was like in California they give you $200, $224. And the crazy thing is traveling to different states, I've learned what they do, like how they give. And I've wondered like why do they not give cash assistance to people in Houston? Like they only give food stamps, which is like they should give cash assistance because everybody needs lunch money, right? Everybody needs a little bit of cash. Like I don't think it's fair that they only give like 200 or 400 or $300 in food stamps and don't give out cash to like people that need. And you know how much cash they give in New York City? They only give New York City only gives literally like what I think $27, yeah, like 27 or $40 in cash, and then like the rest is like 221 in food stamps. And so a lot of us were forced to like, you know, just change like buy hot meals with our food stamps and like super like little extra stuff. Like we were lucky we had like people that like they would show us this what is it called, this these like bodegas where like they help us like, you know, just buy cash stuff with our food stamps, like, you know what I mean, like buy tampons and stuff like that with our food stamps, where I was like, oh my god, thank you so much. Like if we didn't have that, like I think like it's just not fair, and it's not right that they would like make it like super illegal to like not cash out your food stamps, and they give you like little money, like very little cash. And it's like, what do you expect people to do? Which is my question, where it's like, you have to give them a little more cash. Like, at least in LA, you are not forced to do any of those things. Like, and then it puts other people in a position where they feel bad because there are people that are from like Indian countries, and they own these bodegas, right? And so all the people in the shelter would teach you and be like, hey, you know, you can always go to this place and they can help you out, you know, with you know, with cash out or whatever, so you can get some tampons and things like that, because they don't give you like tampons. They like the shelters, they won't even give you tampons, they won't even give you the right meals to buy proper food for yourself, where it's like, oh my god, we're gonna die out here. And so when I got up there, I just literally learned a lot of things, and it was almost like I had to be a part of the gang to learn the information. And like I know it's bad and it's like totally like illegal, but it's like, dude, like, what do you expect? Like, people are in desperate situations, right? It's not like these people were buying, like, I don't know what other people were doing with their cash, but I know I was buying, like, well, there would be times where I buy beer if I needed beer, but I know for a fact I'll be buying like tampons, makeup, you know, just to be a girl, especially when you have a job interview. Like, I wasn't even supposed, like, back in the days, I didn't even know how to get like disability. I was like, I don't know how to get disability. I don't know, like, I don't know how to get like disability or whatever, and I need cash assistance, and I applied for disability. The only state that helped me get disability was Miami, and then California finally approved when like I'm never leaving California. Like no, this is it. Like I would travel anywhere else unless I'm super rich and I'm ready to settle somewhere else and I don't need to rely on government assistance. Other than that, I'm just not leaving because they've definitely taken care of me and not made me feel like I have to do like break the law and do things that I don't need to do to literally like you know like so in New York City they really did save our lives, like being homeless, and you know those bodegas would be like they would like allow us to like no they'll give us cash and we'll give them like our food stamps, and we would like just buy food, buy stuff that like our food stamps can't buy and things like that. They say that's illegal. But can we talk about this, guys? Like, I'm not going to be afraid. Like, we cannot be afraid. Like, we cannot be afraid because how do we make a difference if we don't speak up about this? Like, that is the reason this information was introduced to me, because so we can talk about it as a nation, right? We are a family. We need to extend food stamps they need to really give more than like $30 in New York cash assistance to people that have food stamps for real, because if you have the money for everybody to have, like the president, no offense, but the president has his house, everybody has their house, and so like everybody, the citizens should definitely have at least more cash assistance, at least if. And the thing is, it's not like I'm trying to complain, because I do listen whenever I call the Social Security line to try to get to wonder why like my cash is not, like when my cash is there, or if my cash is delayed or anything. It's never been delayed before. I always wonder like what's going on. So they always explain on the Social Security line, like, I can't say that I don't believe them. I do believe them, because the United States is probably the most generous country you've ever been to, right? I mean, just the perks are really great, and it's not like perks, but it's literally like you literally they don't make it easy for you for you to get disability, and there's a reason why they do that, because a lot of people like to take advantage of the system and lie about their problems and blah 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 and try to get. But first of all, I would like to let you guys know that a person that's a real person that doesn't have issues would not sit there and lie. It took me a very long time just to get on disability. Like, even if I could have been approved a long time ago, because I spent so many years in and out of the psych ward, I could have got my disability a long time ago. But it was super hard just to apply. Like, it's like I was like, oh my god, like when am I gonna get approved? Like, what do I do? Like, what's going on? Like, it's hard to do it by yourself. You're going to always need like some assistance. And when I went to the hospital, they did the application for me. I finally got approved, and the only way I got approved really was they opened up this program in California called CAPI. That program is for illegal immigrants in the United States, and that program literally helps. Like, it helps us so much because it gets you on there, and then once you get on there, it's easier for you to get Social Security or whatever, or disability. And so from just there, it was like, but also like, I'm just like, I feel like I met so many people in the poor community that were so nice. I'm telling you, they were helping me out even when I needed cigarettes. Like, there was this black woman in New York. She was so sweet. She was always like giving me some smokes, even if cigarettes are not good, but she was so generous. I talked to her. She was respectful. She was nice. Those are the women that I appreciate, especially in the AA community, right? And I love talking to her. So those are the people like her, like, I fight for. Even those people that come from other countries that were helping us out, like that were helping us out, cash our food stamps or whatever, when we didn't have a single thing. Like, it was people from Armenia, like, they own bodegas, and they were helpful. And so those are the people that, like, man, thank you so much, because we would have died. Like, there are times where we're like, oh my God, New York makes so much money. New York has so much money. Yes, the rent is super high in New York. So it kind of makes me think it might balance things out, but it's really hard. Like, how much do you guys really make? Please talk to me. Talk to us. Let's see what is the budget, because we don't want you to be making more money than is being given out. And it's not like we're being beggars, but we are here and we are now residents of this place. And it's like, let's see what we can do. So now talking, so I have a feeling like the USA has like special secrets, right? But I'm not the enemy of the state. I'm a writer. So I have to be very careful how I talk about these things, because there's a lot that I don't know. Sure, they have gold. My friend, my ex-best friend, Sade, who is only my ex-best friend because she just is doing too much fraud, like just not the right things that I can't be friends with her. Like, I feel like she's going to set me up in some way. Like, some people will be nice, but when worse comes to worse, they'll be ready to throw you under the bus. And just, I don't think she's the kind of person that I feel like would just like literally saved my life. Like, she saved my life in a way, but when I was on the street, she couldn't even let me live in one of her 3-bedroom houses. Like, I know I was going through a lot, but I would have just stayed in one room by myself. She was so scared of catching whatever it is that I had, which I didn't have anything, but I was going through so much. She wouldn't, that I even asked her, like, can I stay at your house? And you guys is a garage. Even that's why her husband left her. So she's like, can I stay in you guys? I was like, can I at least, I was sleeping at the bus stop, right? She's a doctor and we were best friends. I'm not her responsibility, but if we're going to be friends, then at least can you help me out with more than a meal if you own a big 3-bedroom house and literally, or like you drive a Tesla and I'm like on the sidewalk. Like, how are we best friends and you dropping me off food on the sidewalk? Like, and then she offers our other best friend a house. Like, she was like, I'll pay your rent. And when it came to me, so that's why I had to drop her as a friend. Like, I feel so hurt. Like, how could we even go on? We're not friends. We could never go on as friends because that stuff will always get to me. Like, I forgive you, but it's like, that stuff always comes to me and it just ruins our relationship. No matter how happy or in love as friends we are, it will never work, because I will always be that girl that was at the sidewalk that needed your help, and you only gave me what you could, which is nice, but you still left my life at risk. Even if it's not your fault, you still didn't do everything that you could, but yet you offered your other friends a better place to live, money. She definitely like bought me a sleeping bag and things like that. But I asked her husband, she said she's going to ask, she's lying. Like, her husband divorced her. They divorced and she lied to me and said that, everything was fine, like everything was good. How is everything good and you guys are about to divorce? Her husband called me and wanted to have sex with me, and I think he wanted to be in a relationship with me. I don't think he wanted to just have sex with me. I think he was trying to be in a relationship with me. He was like, this girl is not right. He was telling me, and he's a military veteran and he fought hard for the US. He's a white guy, and he was like, this woman is not right, and the way she talks shit, like he was trying to put me on game. And that's why I wanted to help him out. Like, I would like whatever he needed. Like, if he needed like me to like jack him off, I was like, I'm down. If you needed somebody to have sex with, I was down. But the fact that he was husband and he was with her and she was quote unquote my best friend, I was like, I can't do this with you. I'm not this kind of girl. I just could never. I would feel guilty. And he could have probably even taken care of me, but I just couldn't do it. I couldn't be that person for him. Because I don't like sleeping with other people's boyfriends. It's so weird. Somebody else's sloppy seconds. Not that he was sloppy. He's a soldier, and I respect soldiers. So we're going to talk more about that.